Hi there and welcome to my channel. This is Kate from the Journal Nest in Australia. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Oh, it's afternoon here. You may be asleep. I just wanted to start off and say a huge thank you. Overnight, I have reached 1,000 subscribers, which I can't even say that word because I never intended this journey to be about numbers, but more collecting friends, and that's what I feel I have done. So to everyone who's joined, commented, I'm just so grateful. Thank you so much, and I want to keep sharing this journey of creation with you. What's in the nest today? It's Tuesdays, and this is the day where I just make, and so I'm going to be thinking about treasures in the nest. Oh my gosh, here's something. I'll tell you about that later. I'm going to try and make a collage board with you. I think in journal terms they're called Masterboards, I think. But basically I'm going to use a big piece of paper and we're going to paste some things down together. I have done this previously, and this is an example where onto a card that can become a journal card, or it still needs to be embellished, but just chopping them up randomly. In this little nest, I've got a few pieces to inspire. I like the idea of some numbers, perhaps as features. Here's that paper bag that I keep coming back to. And in the spirit of, in fact, I was reminded about this paper bag, and I'm just going to get straight into it today because it's been fun in the nest so far. And as I said, I have been loving reading your comments and replying this morning, and to share excitement with you, especially to so many of you who've been on this journey with me from the beginning. It's just a wonderful thing. Okay, so I know now why I had that in there, because I was inspired to start decorating this pocket. That's a bit plain there. This is not a pocket, this is a packet, but it will be a pocket in my TM journal. I made that video yesterday, and let's go to the snippet box and see if we can, let's just do that straight away. If you're new, I'm going to encourage you to stay with me as we just learn together. I'm in no way an expert, but gee, I love what I do. So I'm going to put that in the nest of things that are ready to use in my journal this week. I've got this, oh I know, this is just the warm-up, everyone. Okay, I hope you're warming up, you're getting your bits and pieces, you need your paste, your rulers, and not much else. Okay, I worked on this in a video a little while ago, but it wasn't finished, and I said we'd come back to it. So I've covered it with a piece of old book page, and I love that that's sort of a mystery there. Just check my hands are in the right place. That's inexperience showing again. In fact, let's put that nest there and put it up here a little, and we'll be more organized. Okay, what do I want to do in here? I want to make this a cluster. So there's a plain page, and I've talked to you about, this is, I don't know, this is what I like, but my heart often tells me to put something top right center, and I'm going to make that a tuck. So simplest way is save ourselves time with a mini baby stapler. Oh gosh, yeah, it's upside down. That's how excited. How are you guys? Are you feeling joy today? Kate, what has happened? Just watch out, everyone, in case I scream, because I might have to go back to, I put some extra staples in so I wouldn't run out. I know, that's why. What am I doing? Aha, I haven't closed it. Let's go there one more time. We should be calling this the Battle of the Stapler. Not a very impressive start. Oh, there we are. We're right. So here we are. Should be take two. So that's fun. I can tuck something in. In fact, I want one more. I do love this little tiny stapler. Okay, that's that. Inside, I found this piece of my own papers. I love that layering idea. So I'm going to just quickly get this tape out. So how about that? I said that we were starting off learning how to do a masterboard, which we will get to, but just by telling you that, I realized that I could quickly, that's been my motto now, instead of leaving for another day, do it, unless I just, nothing speaks to me. I'm not inspired. One more. Okay, so I hope you've got your scissors and your favorite glue or paste with you. And are you ready for my, oh gosh, yeah, that's all right. Are you ready for my story yet? My husband said, are you doing any, what shall we do to celebrate 1,000 subscribers? You know, he's so gorgeous. He got up very early this morning, like before 6 o'clock, because he worked out, we're in Australia, and he worked out that it might happen tonight. How is that for support? And he started writing down the numbers for me every morning. So he said he's not even going to stop now. So isn't it beautiful? So it's a shared journey. Okay, that's going to be a tiny little pocket. Have I got anything? Okay, so these were things from my collage board that I made previously. I'm going to just tuck that one in there. Don't like those staples showing, but we'll cover them up. Okay, that's going into the done basket. Okay, let's get cracking. So the idea is old-fashioned collage. For newbies out there, don't be scared by the term masterboard, because I was, and a lot of these things, I didn't know what a signature was. There's still things I don't know. Tip-ins and tucks, I'm getting better at those. Okay, so let's start with, this is the beautiful randomness. Okay, here's the story. While I do this, I was watching a little bit of my film back yesterday, and my eyes kept going to my blue glue stick, and I ended up not being able to stand it. I thought, I'm not having that. So Kate's, because she's dreaming of her itching to stitch, I wonder if you can notice what I've done. It's not important, but it's just giving me joy. This is a photocopy of the music to Waltzing Matilda, which is not our national anthem, but it's probably a very well-known song here in Australia. Okay, so just in case Kate can't speak, I've just got I've filled this nest with all little bits and pieces. That's nice, but I'm not going to paste that down. So the idea is to build up layers of collage and then chop them all up and see what you get, and then embellish. Okay, no pattern at all, and the fun bit is that you can talk along. Overnight I've read such lovely comments, and I really want to say thank you for starting to share your stories with me, because this journey, as I've said, you'll probably get sick of me saying it, but it's the absolute reason I'm doing it, was to share my happy place, I suppose, with others. And it sounds like many of you have a similar happy place. Okay, the voice in my head is saying there's too much white on that, and the voice is saying it likes the other side more. So I don't know how you approach your collages, but I've heard others say that you just cover each glue, you cover over some edges, and that builds up the layers nicely. Here's a random bit of paper that I've just splotched. So we're not worrying. What I love, this is big picture. We're not worrying about how it will look like. We're not worrying about any of the details. We're just feeling the paper in our hands and just enjoying what it feels like. Oops. Off camera then, I just got my finger stuck in the lid of the glue. Who else would do that? Okay. And if you just stick to your favourite tones, there's little chance for it to go wrong. And what I'm realising is that I haven't got enough text. So this is Bigger Nest. Thank you for those who are talking and sharing about their papers, where they get them from. A common theme is that we're all Vinnies. That's one of our sorts of op shops here in Australia. And you have all different names for them, wherever you are. But what's in common is that we pick up books, we save them, and we give them new life. Okay. See, I'm just being open with you because this looks like a total mess, and it may still end up being a total mess, but it's almost like playing with the dots. What's happening there? I'm going through my glue fast. And I'm going to, if you stay with me, I'm going to attempt to chop this paper up using my, I don't know what they're called, feels like a guillotine. Never done that in public before because I like tearing so much more than anything else. Oh, here's the land of the free. See, that's the lyrics. I was watching another YouTuber who said that she was making a journal of song lyrics that she could flick through. And I thought, oh, that would be a lovely idea. I wonder if any of you have already done that. But I thought, wouldn't that be, because I've, as some of you know, had the lyrics of, I don't know why, The Sound of Music in my head at the moment. I haven't seen it recently, but I've been delighted that some know exactly what I'm talking about when I say they just jump into my head. Okay, here's a ticket. So I'm finding all the little plain bits, all the bits that need covering up. So you can do this as much as you like. This is my second one ever only, so I'm sure if you do it more often, you end up working out some rules and patterns. Okay. Bit of French dictionary. Oops. Over there. And I'm going to turn this upside down because I think this area is a bit plain. Just want something contrasting. A bit of my when I started the Journal Nest, this was my card and my picture that I used everywhere because as an Aussie, I love the work of John Olsen, his depiction of our landscape, and I've always when I've painted. I've been an abstract painter, so that just came out when I was playing. Okay, I need one thing up here, and then we're going to do some chopping. Yep. And because, oh, I'll probably stuck that together before. Something there. How many pieces have you glued down while you've been watching? And have you got a pattern or a little recipe for making these? Because if you do, I'd love to hear about it. Oops. Okay. There we are. So mostly the edges are all covered. So this is a ta-da moment. Here's my thing that chops. And I'm not a very good chopper. And if I cut something, I'm sorry in advance. Okay, so I'm not a measurer. And you can see that there's a lot of layers there. These are the things that happen in real life. So I'll practice with thicker pieces. So I'm deliberately chopping land of the 3. And so this is just now the land. Let's turn this one round. I saw when I was watching early in my journaling career that it's sort of fun to do it blind. I could almost do that now because mine's going to be the same either way, but let's just chop here like this. And this is going to be too long. So I'm going to, so when I chop, I just like to make sure that I've got different combinations, as many layers as I can. Okay, and here's the first bit. Waltzing is going that way, and Matilda this way. Okay, so there are a few bits and pieces. What value from one board? I think that's why people love doing them so much, but they're not going to stay like that with me. They're going to turn into quickly bits of ephemera that will take on a life of their own. So there we go, around there. We'll, if I have time, we might get to embellishing them. Oh, look, sorry, that just picked out. This is a birdie that I often use in journals that fly out of the nest. That's a sign. And this paper, look at that, it's just meant to be. Thank you to my friend who talks about serendipity, because I think that's what happens to me in my crafting. Things just end up coming together without being planned, and that's, I love that. Okay, so I'll probably stitch around that, but that's birdie. Nothing to do with the Masterboard or collage, but making me happy. Okay, where do I put these pieces that I've done? Okay. Oh, see, that's serendipity again. That just came to me, and it says fly away. Okay. This was the pieces that I showed you at the start that I chopped up. Okay. So just by mounting that with that layer, it's not straight, that's right. Press that down. So if you could see down the side, for me, I really enjoy these textures. It doesn't matter that there's a little bit of contrast of colour. That will make an interesting card. Okay, this one is longer. It could be a tag. It could actually stay as a tag just like that. And if I oh, it's not that bad. I was going to say it's so not straight. That doesn't matter. Well, I think I have to clean this out. Maybe does all the paper just stay in there? Okay. Put that down there. Let's get the whole... Which one's the big hole? This one. Need something else on it before we finish. It's going to be a tag. I have to remember that it has to be pretty flat, but that will do. Yep. Was that nice string? I liked that wherever it was. There we are. There's my brown paper with string theme coming back. I'm going to have to stop and use a wipe because look what's on my fingers. Okay, how's that? Neat little pile. Not 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, made 4. Let's go for... I like that as it is, but it needs one more thing. I'm looking up here to see if I've got some little labels gifted to me. I was just sharing with my husband before, like when you receive a gift, I think it's just the most beautiful double thing because that gift keeps on giving and is so appreciated, and the gift of these papers actually has changed my life. So I'm beyond. Oh, see that little explosion? Okay, now as an eclectic, I don't care that things don't go. So there we are. That now goes for me. And it's telling me it wants to be on a different piece of paper. I almost feel like it could be lighter. I'm looking around, that's why that breathing, heavy breathing is there, because I don't, yeah, I love that paper under there and I don't want to waste it. Okay, you see how the nest is buried already. I'm going, yeah, I'll glue it first. So if you like, this is the trial of a glue cover. No wonder they haven't been invented, or maybe they have, but I just feel happier not seeing that very, very bright blue. Okay, that's into the pile, and I almost want to do one more with you, so I'm just going to rush finishing another of these off that I've done. Yep, those labels aren't speaking to me. No. Okay, so this is in real time. I'm sick of that. I get bored easily. So let's do another board and see if it's better than the first one. So crinkle, crinkle. Oops, doesn't matter. Okay, let's do quick fire board, random papers, and let's see how quickly we can do this. Learning from last time that I thought I didn't have enough. The other beauty about becoming a YouTuber is I'm really learning about geography and the time zones. So one of the wonderful things is when you tell me where you're watching from, I look up what the time is there. And when you tell me specifically, you know, what city or area you live in, oh, I want to get rid of that because it says mold. I don't want any of that. I'm looking them up and learning. So it's really a worldwide connection. And as I said, I found a whole lot of Aussies out of the process as well. Good night, ladies. I love that, but too much. Yep, that side's better. Okay, so this is the square. I'm going to go down there. Someone asked about my papers. Truly, I've kept every piece of paper that I just can't throw them out. So that's why I do have a whole lot in my different nests. And because you are all inspiring me to be more organized so that I'm not embarrassing myself all the time, I've actually had so much fun. I've been sorting them into different size baskets. You can see that clearly it started to work at the beginning, but now they're all jumping out of the basket. But that's which is the nest. This is what's supposed to happen in life. Okay, I don't need that quite as wide because that was an old book that I just experimented and put coffee on and put it in the oven to cook it. There was a terrible smell, I have to say. So maybe it had something that I haven't done that for a while since. Okay. I like these numbers. So I'm trying to remember what I said before that I liked. I am so message to all of you out there, have plenty of glue. Because I'm just going through it and that didn't get enough. There. There. That side's got more music notes on it, so let's go there. Honestly, this is the most fun. If you haven't done it, give it a try. And if you are a master at it, I'm just going to join with you and say how much fun. This one might be better because I'm doing it faster and I've already learnt some things from the last one. And then I think is the density of the text. Oh, jeweler and junket. beyond excited to have you all here with me, and even more excited to tell you that it's nearly time for etching to stitch. Stitching in the night time and paper in the day, but because of all your lovely comments, I'm going to stitch in the day soon and make my second in the series. No, don't want that there. Look, the next nest is exploding. There's a scrap. Again, this is paper reminding me of the Australian colours. Experimenting. I do need to actually make some papers. People have asked me to share that, so because you've given me confidence, I'll do that, but it won't be this week. All right, just got this hole here. I actually keep looking at that. Oh, that's what I'll do. See, that was me experimenting with a clear envelope ages ago. It was actually the insides that I was liking. It's there. One more little piece. All of you who are quilters will know that lovely feeling of getting, I'm not a quilter, but my mum quilts. And actually, a bit of storytelling. My mum is still with me and still with us. She is 92 and sews still every day of her life. And tomorrow, I'm picking her up and taking her out for coffee in Sydney, which is not where I live, and I'm going to take her to the sewing basket, which you might have heard Rachel and Sarah talk about from Roxy's Creations. And it's just, everything is for charity, but they're donated all the bits and pieces that crafters don't use anymore. And for me, I've only been once. I walked in and I just thought, I'm in heaven. So I want to share that joy with her. Okay, I was just looking at a few of these bits and thinking they're a bit plain. So just adding. So my encouragement is that you don't need to buy expensive labels and papers. Just literally use up your scraps. Keep them around you. I think that's the best message. Oh, this has got a beautiful crunkle on it. What am I seeing? That's an old garden thing. So some of these pieces of paper become like my old friends. Which side do I like? I like this one because it's going to be more interesting. Let's go that way. And do I need one more thing? Last chance rumble. Aha. So this is again me experimenting with gold. Up there, covering those layers. There's a bit plain in here. See, I said one more and now I can't stop. So it's addictive, as is everything to do with junk journaling. Green, no. Brown. No. I was cheating then, trying not to use the ruler. String out of the way. So this is a lot of layers up here, but I like that. Okay, and down here, absolute awe. No. In mind. This paper is hard to tear. I might have shared that I bought this from Rachel at Roxy's Creations. I have never ever bought paper in my life other than in a book, but this is just next level. So I treasure it, but I also use it if it's there to be shared. Okay, there we go. Let's get the chopper out. I'm going to start on this side because it'll give me practice. There's probably a way to do that better, but that's okay. One more along here. Yep. Oh, danger, danger. That's okay. Now I like it because it's this size. Oops. Something. The glue's still wet. And this is a poor plain piece, so this one needs help. Don't need to chop any of these others. My glue's still wet, so I know people advise that we should leave it longer before we chop. Okay, that one needs to be chopped more. It don't look very nice. But we will. Just gonna. How long have I been with you? Okay, let's quickly see if I can put these together and then show you what we've made together. Okay, and I should have chopped that one. See, who would have ever guessed that up here it would end up saying "and Melbourne"? I mean, for goodness sake. I was just on holidays in Melbourne. And there it is. Okay, beautiful paper that's jumped out of the nest. It's just in front of me there. A little bit of glitter, a little bit of glitz. If I do that, then it'll need something there. Maybe this isn't the right piece. Yep. I buried my glue. Not really, here it is. Just coming into sight now with a lot of papers. So some have shared that they have trouble starting. So I would be thinking that if you want to just get started and just do this, freelance, everything, because we're using the same colours, it's going to be useful at some point. Let's do this one here, needs to go on. So this is not particularly interesting, so I'm just going to chop that off there. This is why they're so useful. And is that there? Okay, place this on. Tear this. something to unite all of this strip. So I just, if I haven't shown you, I've just got my strip of D's in here. And now buried that, but actually look at that. That's serendipitous because I like these. There's a bit of blue here on that one. So it's almost like a lucky dip. Yep. Maybe trim a little bit in because I don't want to use that beautiful Latin there. Sticky fingers. Okay, so hopefully the eye pulls down there. Another wet one required. I love looking at that title where there's a group that is Get Messy Journals. I think that's my place where I need to be. I haven't seen much, but I love, that makes me smile. Okay, this one, let's rescue this one and then we might just call it a day. Okay, why does this need rescuing? Because it's so plain. And see, maybe that's the learning with the collage. Don't end up with something like that on the corner, but rescue it we will. So let's yep, actually, the easiest way, cut that off, put this on, yep, I want it just a nice chunkier brown, yep, just ordinary paper. Come on, Kate. Yep. I'll actually go that way because that's more interesting up in that top right for me. Scrap here. Just put that there. And how is that feeling? Okay. Let's go over to the buried pile and see where we're up to. Okay, so completed pieces in a way that can go into the nest. That, or little birdie, that one. And then that one, quite big. This one, haven't counted, and you know me, I like to count. 1, and then I feel better. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I could find the 7th one, I'd feel very good. Yep, here we are. So 7 pieces that I feel are decorated enough. Then look at all these other bits and pieces that will just stay in the nest and get dressed at the appropriate time. I think that's mostly all of it. I don't know, I've buried them, stuck them together. Look at that. And how much fun can you have with bits of paper? So that's why I treasure everything in the nest. I'm going to put them in there and I'm going to say bye for now. Please stay with me. This is to make you smile. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye for now.